Okay.
It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening position when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
The middle they go. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Tackle there by Cameron Jordan. Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. Looks like a design run with Purdy. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Harrison Bryant. Touchdown, Steelers. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Steelers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the 2nd-year man, Devon Achane. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. The first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early. Get some completions. Settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Play action now. Purdy. The second down throw is incomplete.
Example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third down, 3 to go. On the ground, Gainwell. 15-yard pickup there. That's a Steeler first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's Gainwell. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now Purdy. He gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Steelers will extend their first quarter lead.
Don't be playing with that out there.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. First and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll toss it here to Achane. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. Taking a shot.
This nigga just bumped the fuck out of me. What the hell?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. Now Gainwell. And he's in. Kenneth Gainwell Touchdown, Steelers. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
This is our game to win, offense!
On play action, Stroud. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Shit's insane.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Bro, what the
Now
fuck?
for the 3rd time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks.
This shit is crazy.
What are you doing? Throw it to him.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Yeah, it's boring everywhere. Boring is a state of mind.
Looking Smith and Jigba's way again and again.
You gotta learn how to make fun by yourself. If you only depend on other people for your fun, you will be bored your whole life. You will always be bored. You have to make the fun in your life.
Now, Stroud. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
But your imagination is yours. You can do whatever you want.
Past the 30. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 28-0 is our score.
Read more books, you'll have a great imagination.
After this. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. Purdy now on second down. And he just does get that force the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Third down and 9. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Open man's got it. That's Chark. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Coming free is Chark. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. A run with Gainwell. Finding space inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 29-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Steeler first down. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. Second down and 8. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That is caught. What a throw. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Here comes the jet sweep. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Man, this shit was crazy.
Third and 9.
Under.
To throw, it's Stroud. Got it with Smith in Jigba. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's first and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
To the left side, caught by Schultz.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A pickup of 12 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get forward for a couple. Chop Robinson, the rookie out of Penn State, in there for the stop. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a...
And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. Oh, what a mess here. It is intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State. And the Falcons will take over at their own 14-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Atlanta. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Will set up the screen to Gainwell. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Shotgun snap to Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A pickup there of 28 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better.
Shoot it in the air.
He got in there just a little bit earlier. He probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Downs goes in motion. On 2nd down, Stroud. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. 3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Purdy gonna put it up again. Now, a deep shot for Allen. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Steelers.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one taken at the 10. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Steelers 42, Falcons 7.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime
Go read a book.
speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's taken in by Achane. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Now Achane. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man, left side. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
There's creepy people outside. And if you're out there by yourself, someone could just walk away with you.
And they'll run it for the first time with the veteran out of Florida State, Dalvin Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Purdy on 1st down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Falcons will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
What you doing?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Downs goes in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode.
Bro, come
on.
on.
Give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. He had no choice but to throw it away. Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, It's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. Now give on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. He is in. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Purdy has the offense ready as they will go for 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stroud to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's
nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Purdy. That one caught by Wilson. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it on the inside handoff. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Coming free is Chark. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Let the fullback try to power it home. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Now return coming from the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Downs goes in motion. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Dowdle. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Got it with Smith and Jigba. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down. Downs goes in motion. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll take a deep shot for Downs. And that is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He'll find Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First and 10. Here's Stroud. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. That is caught by the tight end. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now Gainwell. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Here's second and 9. Throwing is Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Now a 3rd and 2. The man in motion here is Chark. Purdy now on 3rd and 2. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
He'll go play action, Purdy. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Now, players shaken up after that play, and it's Brock Purdy who needs some assistance. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw, Browning. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Up until that completion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. There's receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now Browning. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and that will lead to a second down. Here's Browning. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On first down, it's Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing. Oh, ready? Make me come down there. Hey, a little more. Hey.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Stroud going to set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Back to throw, Stroud. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Browning now. First down throw there is incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. but it was anything but this time around.
Throwing, Browning. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. This one complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Browning. That's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and
he gets free inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. On comes Patterson for the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Falcons will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Gainwell. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. They put Wilson in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Browning. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons cut into the lead a little bit. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And they'll show him the sideline, out of bounds, getting back to the 20-yard line. They'll run here with Gainwell. Up the sideline at the 35. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.